Welcome to season 7 of the It Factor podcast. New stories, new guests. If you want to come on a podcast where you can tell your stories, where you can talk how you want to talk, 7 years in, come on the It Factor podcast. And also, the motto is still the same, to keep changing the narrative. If you're ready for great conversations, welcome home.
Welcome back to the It Factor podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jeremy Robinson. Today we have someone special. My brother, go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Your favorite streamer, your favorite content creator, Tommy Reefer himself is in the building, y'all.
Yes, indeed, with the fresh cut, brother.
With the fresh cut, man. Had to come correct for y'all, man. Had to come correct.
So, how are you doing mentally, physically, and emotionally?
Mentally, I'm good. You know, that's always a roller coaster, just being a human. But, you know, I always just pray to God. That's something I go to weekly Bible studies now. You feel me? Every Wednesday. And they just, you know, they keep me on the straight path with my background and stuff I've been through. So I just ask God they remove those negative thoughts. You feel me? I'm trying to we always trying to get me on the same page to lean more on God and not lean more on my human side or just my flesh. You feel what I'm saying? As a man, I feel like that was what the battle I was going through. I would always lean on me and think I'm my only crutch. You feel me? So now I want to lean more on God. So mentally, I am doing good because, like I said, I got God. You feel me? I got a nice supporting cast. Spiritually, like I say, I'm tapped in with God, so I'm doing great with that. I always can be better, but I feel like I'm doing great. And physically, you know, I got some health issues and stuff I'm working on, but trying to get healthier. Right. This past week, I had to get back to a plan because last year I was doing phenomenal. I was losing weight, was committed, and I feel like the Christmas season, the holiday season had me kind of locked out of that. So now I'm back locked in. You know, cut some things off. So trying to get back right, man.
It'll come together.
For sure.
Definitely, man. So I say, your work required long nights, and this tap on to what you just talking about, and consistent creativity. So with that being had, man, what habits help you protect your mental health, but also your physical health through it all?
Mainly doing something that I love. So if I was pursuing something that I didn't love, I don't think anyway I would be mentally stable to even do it that way. You feel me? So me doing something that I love, I don't really look at it like a job. I look at it like that's crazy for my back. I hate to be like, I ain't trying to be like I'm just too deep into the Bible, but I look at it like a blessing. Yeah. Because I actually had like a discussion with other streamers and they was like, you know, man, it's hard. I got a real job and I got to balance it with this. And I was like, that's the easy part of me. The job, the hard part. Yeah. That's the hard part. Coming to do what I love, I'm lucky to be able to do that. So I'm blessed to be able to do that. And the things that it brings me, I'm lucky. So I gotta look at it like a privilege. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta do my part to meet the ends of the deal with that. Like I feel like God blessed me with this space, so I want to do my part to keep it going. You feel what I'm saying?
I love that. And I feel like you're doing it. Even what you saying, you got to get back on your kick of health. Like that's a forever thing. So like, don't let it pull you down. It's just one of them. Oh, I know what it can do. I know what I got to do to bounce back. Let me go and do that. On the midst of me doing what I love to do. So I commend you for already catching it. Oh, this was going on? All right, cool. Yeah. That's the best thing we can do as black men is, dang, this was going on? All right, cool. What can I do to? All right, bet. I done did it before. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and step into it.
Exactly.
So I say, who are you outside of gaming, comics, content creation, and all you are known for?
Super goofy, super funny. I always want to laugh. Like, if anybody's been around, you just, this man just loves laugh. He's so goofy. But also, a big thing for me is confidence. Like, super confident. Some people might think I'm cocky, but I think I have that attractive confidence to where you can just respect that I'm confident and not cocky. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And I like to push that off on other people. So that's my main two things. Being super confident, but also, you know, having my goofy side. I'm a chill dude, but when you get to know me, you know I'm so goofy. I always want to laugh. You feel me? I just want to have a great time. You feel me? Like, I hate to say that, you know, life is short, but it is. And I want to be one of those people that appreciate that time. You feel what I'm saying? And enjoy that time. Yeah. I think that's what also, you know, God gives me another chance. He appreciate life. I'll go ahead and wake him up this morning. You feel me? So, so I like that as well.
I love that. I say, you're building a great community with the Reefer family.
Yes, sir.
What does that community mean to you, man? And beyond that, beyond content and streaming, man, what does it mean to you?
That's a good one. At first, it was just support to keep me going. But now, the Reefer family is the reason I literally do what I do. Mm-hmm. Like man, people, I seen a video where Wallow was saying this, and he was like, don't get caught up in like the people you know in real life and your friends and family being your main supporters. If you blow up in the stuff that takes you off, it's gonna be people you don't know. Mm-hmm. And like my most success, my biggest space is TikTok, and I know none of those people. You feel what I'm saying? And my streams, I remember when I was getting 3 to 5 viewers a stream, and it was like me, I'm watching it on the iPad myself, one of my friends, and maybe his brother. Now that I'm doing big, none of my friends are watching it. My family members are watching it. And not saying they ain't supporting me, they don't want to see me win, but it's like the bigger things are the people who I've met through making content, and that is the true beauty in making content. Like the people and the connections and the impact you can have on these people. And obviously I got a nice impact on these people, but bigger, they have a bigger impact on me. You feel what I'm saying? I appreciate them more. It isn't just a viewer or a number or a sub or a opportunity for money. It's way more bigger than that. So I just appreciate them coming to support me. You feel me? So
I feel the same way.
It means everything. It's really a friendship. Like I said, I got people who check on me. I'm like, dang, I ain't heard from my brother today. I ain't heard from my day ones today. Hey man, Tommy Reefer, man, how you doing, man? You know, love you, man. I hope everything good. So that stuff be keeping me going. You know, it got me emotional sometimes, but I was like, if they do that, I gotta support them. You feel me? And I support them with things they do. You know, shout out to Roper if he see this. He's an amateur wrestler. I'm a wrestling fan as well.
Yeah, I already know.
Yeah, so support him with that. You know, shout out Confidential, one of my day ones, man. Shows out for me, always checks on me. You know. Who else? Bale. I could go down the list, man. I love all y'all, but I don't want to keep going down the list and somebody be like, I didn't shout them out. So y'all, we gonna stop
Look, that happened. It happened to both of us all the time. Everybody.
Yeah.
Like, hey, bro, you didn't say, but you was on. I'm like, man, I got you. Next time. I promise. I'm put you in the captions.
I got you, man. I got you. I love all y'all for real.
So I say, what's your it factor? Why do you do what you do?
Whoo! I got a creative bug. I want in life, I have to do something that I create from scratch, and I just see it turn to magic. Like before I did content creation, I did music, and I love it. It's the same process. You feel me? You can start from nothing, and it can turn into art. So that's my main it factor: the creative bug, and also, like I said, the confidence. I want to ensure that in other people. Like I said, a lot of people who support me, they see the content, they be like, man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could be like you. I'll be like, man, it's certain stuff you don't understand about you. I wish I had.
Yeah.
So have that confidence in yourself to know that you're enriched as well. And like your values and with your morals, whatever you bring to this world, also brings value to this world. You feel me? And I value that. So I want you to value that yourself. You feel me? So I want that in everybody. Like yourself, you know. I made a post about you, you know, shine you out, you know, like that's one of my favorite content creators and, you know, just people, period. You know, the platform that you have, not only celebrating people, but celebrating people like us. You feel what I'm saying? Unapologetically. And I love that. So, you know, stuff like that, I want people to know, like, man, you're great at what you do. You feel what I'm saying? I love you for that, man.
Yeah, and I thank you for that. I was in there. I had dropped the tip. I didn't know you were doing that. You know? That's the thing that really matters, man. It really means something. Like, it shows that you doing something to make an impact. And that's what really matters. Man.
Facts, man.
That's what really matters. It's like today, we seen J. Cole drop that great album.
Hey,
when you dropped that video, I liked the video. I like how you was on time with it. And I was just sitting there like, I would listen to the whole album. Of course, I'm going to keep listening. But at some point, I was just like, I realized before it even came out, people were like, man, what you think? I'm like, bro, I'm a Cole fan, so I'm going to love it regardless. Yeah. But when I heard it, I was just like, dang, this kind of how I be feeling about when certain projects come together and it really finally go out to the people. I'm at peace with it. I'm not more like, I'm not chasing certain things no more, like when I first started. When you first start, you like, oh, I gotta do this, and I gotta get this, and I gotta get this. And so many people ask that, like, how you got out of that? And I said, at the end of the day, I realized it's bigger than me. It's about making an impact. And at the end of the day, it ain't even just that one person. When you had the 3 to 5 streamers, and it was just you on there, you weren't sitting there like, dang, what's gonna happen? Oh, you probably were feeling that, but it didn't stop you. So I think that's why we gotta keep going, man.
Amen.
Definitely. We gotta keep going with that. So I have an open topic, man. I say, what helps you stay consistent when times get tough and busy?
I put this is actually I think a bad thing in a way, but I put pressure on myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like they say pressure busts pipes, and I'm like, if you want it, you gotta go get it. Cause what a lot of people don't admit, like, you know, especially not being in the place of just super successful, people just know Tommy Reefer worldwide. But I failed before in life. You feel me? I failed at jobs, relationships, other paths and stuff that I pursued. Like I said before, I made music. And with music, I was good at making music as well. But I didn't do the things that I needed to do as an artist. And I would point the finger and I would blame other people. And that's how I lost. You feel what I'm saying? Gotcha. And so in this space, you know, I got to take accountability. And if I want to do this and I want to put the work in, I got to do that as well. So, you know, in a way, I mean, I guess I would say it's a bad thing, but like I push myself so hard. That's why I would say overworking myself would be a bad thing. But putting that pressure on yourself, if you want something, you're going to go get it.
You're right. And I ain't going to say that's a bad thing, man. Actually, that's how I stay consistent, bro. Like writing, being a father, working. I got to work on top of all that. How you were saying earlier, people like, oh, how you balance the both? No, I get to do this. Yeah. I'm blessed to be able to do this. So I get to go to work, but also I get to come and do this. Exactly. Like I just made that thing, bro. It's different thing, but how you was able to do that? How you got the time? It took 2 hours, bro. Oh, it did. I'm like, the 2 hours still was going to pass regardless. Yeah. But if I put the pressure on myself and be my worst critic, I look like the bad person, but once you see the fruits of my labor, when the comic do come out, when this happened, you see it, hey, in the essence, God gave me all these talents. Let me use them and not waste them. You know what I'm saying? So I commend you for that, because you need to put pressure on yourself. The greatest put pressure on yourself, man.
And like you say, in those moments, cause like I said, like you said, like late nights, I have like I don't know what it is God put in me. Late nights, I have like a super creative bug. Like if I'm up at 2, 3 o'clock, I know I'm making some of my best content, cause my mind just get to going. Like I say, I was telling you before we went on, like I started writing movies. Yeah. I wrote a movie like at 4 o'clock in the morning, like just. I had a dream. I got up. I know my girl thought I was crazy. I'm like, nah, man. Let me write this down. You feel what I'm saying? So that talent that God put in us, and when you see it, it's a beautiful blessing to recognize it. Cause we can look at it like, oh, this ain't nothing. Like, oh, whatever. You feel me? But no, this is a blessing. It's something. Everybody can't do this. Everybody don't have this gift, and we got it, and we doing it with it. We doing something with it. So I always respect that.
I love that, man. So I say, how did your love for comics start?
Whoo! This is actually something I did want to say. Like, I was hoping you asked a question like this. Yeah. Me in life, I grew up on. I don't want to hide this from anybody. Like, because people, when they see my screen versus my content, I try to put on like my professional voice, like "Hello, Reefer family," and woo. And you know, some people told me like, "Stop that, bro. Be yourself." You feel me?
You are being yourself.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get there. You feel me? But I'm like, I came from the hood. Like I just can't stop it. You know, a lot of trouble youth. Got kicked out of every level of school. Proud that I still graduated on time. But I got away being young. I got away from a lot of things that I love. I remember growing up, I was a huge wrestling fan. I didn't get back into that till like 2020. You feel what I'm saying? And now I'm a bigger wrestling fan than I ever was before. Yeah. You know, comics, the comics and the superheroes. Always love superheroes. You feel what I'm saying? Growing up off the Power Rangers and stuff like that. When you grow up, you think like, oh man, that's for kids, and you know, stuff like this is for this. Or wrestling is fake, and woo. And it was like, you know, when you're trying to find yourself being younger, you fall into the stereotypes and, you know, different paths that you really was like, dang, I was myself. You feel me? Yeah. You naturally get to like things that you like. It's just give and take. If I see the color red and I think that's a cool color, I like that color. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody had to tell me, hey, red was a cool color, so that's why I'm gonna like it. Right. So as a kid, I feel like I had like this thing where I got away from that. You feel me? Or being a teenager. Then I had like this full circle moment where I was like, let me actually try what makes me happy. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I remember, you know, like last year I went to a couple of WWE events for the first time. Best live event I ever been to. Like, I would rather go to a WWE event than a sporting event at this point. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so it was stuff like that. The comics, because, oh man, I love these so much. Same thing, but with the MCU coming back around, it was cool again. Like, you feel me? So now I'm like, oh man, let me get into it. But then I was like, bro, you used to read comics and used to have these stuff. And I remember the comics I used to read, like my brother passed down, they were damaged. So I no longer had like a collection. You feel me? Mind you, crazy how the world works. God like paired me with one of my best friends, and you know, I'm always big on my friends are my friends. Mm-hmm. Even where I'm from, like this, I always kind of got made fun of with that. I got friends that will do some street things, be it to the church, be super nerds, just all of it don't matter. Right. And I had a friend who was a super nerd, man. Went over his house one day, box full of comics, bro. You feel me? So me and him just bonded over that, and that kind of like, and him teaching me like, hey, you know the MCU, they did that wrong. They didn't do him justice. It was like this. So he had me acting out. So it kind of just grew my love for it even more. You feel me?
That's
so I just love Suits. And the stories that they tell, like it's just, it's always a deeper meaning than just people thinking it's a superhero and he can do no wrong. No, it's a real deeper meaning. It
is, man. And I would say to you, in all, you are being yourself, because tapping back into that thing I had to realize, being a football player, all these stuff, you start to realize, as people, you like, dang, they don't like that. That ain't cool.
Yeah,
cool. Exactly. You know, and what I realized, I'm pretty sure you had to realize, well, no, this is what I love, and this will keep me alive.
Amen.
This will keep my mental good, because if I go buy me, I go spend $20 on some comics, right? Mine ain't $20. I go spend that money on that, and come back and I'm reading them. I got a story that can help me. Okay, we're gonna go do this podcast. That can help me get through work. That can help me get through the tough times of life and different things happening, versus me going to go do something, not knocking anything, but something that could hinder me. You know, so I think that we have to always get back to the things that are childlike, because that's what's going to keep us alive.
Amen.
That's how we going to be 80, 85, talking about, hey, you see that movie?
You feel me?
They ain't do it like they did it back in 2022. Remember? For real. So that's what you want, you know, and I think that that's what you have to do to be better, is to tap back into childlike things. Because at that point, you like, hey, these are things I love. Okay, yeah. They bring Power Rangers back. Oh, they ain't do that right. They could have did. You know what? Let me write me a short film real quick. You never know where it can go. Because guess what? You got the people that you have built up with the Reefer family. You got me that's going to come out and say, okay, I'll support it. Oh, you need me to post it? Yeah, oh, man. Bro, I know a film director. I know an actor. And it's going to start putting them together. All because of the love that you had when you was a kid.
Hey, man. And I want a lot of people, like the people watching this, I want y'all to notice that as well. Anybody young, like, you know, if it's something you love now, love it loud.
Yeah.
Love it now. Celebrate what you love.
Yes.
Don't dim your life for anyone. So, you know, that's the bigger lesson with that. And that's a regret I actually have in life. So don't do that as well.
Same. And I'm thankful we both on the other side of that. Exactly. So remember that. That ain't cool. Okay, I'm going to stop. And then once I picked it back up, I started realizing, like, man, if I was just...
Yeah.
What? Even in college, when I realized, I went to the comic store, I took my boy to it. And he was like, I ain't never been. And we went in there, he in there looking for stuff or whatever. And he like, dang, man, they only $5. Well, okay, bro, I gotta get that. I wish I knew about that. Kind of like Spider-Man. But you know how it be. I'm like, I get you. Yeah. It just happened again. With me writing my comic book, one of my homies that's a rapper, man, I'm thinking about him making a song for me. And he was like, yeah, I ain't really never been in comics. A lot of people ain't never looking to him. But the fact that you writing one and you got him, I'm about to get into him, bro. Like, and I'm like, yeah, next time we get up, I'm gonna slide. Hey, here go Miles Morales. Here you go, bro. Yeah, go on. Because you never know what you're turning. You helping somebody see. Exactly. It ain't nothing wrong with it. Exactly. So that's the coolest thing, man.
For real, man.
So yeah, man. So I say, at what point did you realize you didn't want to consume games, comics, music? You didn't want to just consume them. You wanted to, games, comics, music, sports, and at all, man, you the voice of it all. Thank you for being that voice. You might not know it, but you touch all those places, and I'm just like, yeah, he doing it better than ESPN. See what you got going on. You know, you the voice of the culture, bro. And like, what does that mean to you, man? At what point did you say, you know what, I'm not gonna just consume these things. I'm gonna actually be the person that speaks on them.
Having a opinion that I truly believe in, that needs to be heard. Yeah. I feel like in the day and age of the internet, everyone does have an opinion, but it kind of gets away to like, I don't know, I always feel like they got a negative impact too, but also it's just people who just want to say their opinion. I be feeling like my opinion will have an impact on the world in a positive light. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Some people might not get love. I'm gonna feel like I can show them love.
True.
Speaking on like the J. Cole thing, like at the end of my video, I'm telling people, like Drake my favorite rapper. I love Kendrick as well. I don't want to hear about no Kendrick and Drake up on this post. Can we just celebrate J. Cole?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I don't seen the post already. Like, oh man, is this woo?
And why didn't he say?
Yeah. Can we just J. Cole to drop a new album? Can we celebrate J. Cole?
Mm-hmm.
And can we just listen? You feel
it's 24 Sons of Greatness.
Come on now.
You don't want to hear that?
Come on.
One of them songs, he actually taps into something. If you really listen to that, this what could have happened, and this is why it didn't happen. And the reason why I'm gonna let you listen to it for you to see what he talking about.
Yeah.
But it was so beautiful how he wrapped it around. Cause like, what if that did happen with them?
Yeah.
Then we want to have two great rappers living, taking care of their dang family.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about at the end of the day. So I commend you for being that positive to that. Cause I see people even come on to there and say something. Then you see me slide and be like, hey bro, he ain't even that serious.
Come on, man.
He ain't even that serious.
And I'm gonna go back and forth with you. I'm gonna go for days. I know. You say something crazy, I gotta let you know. I feel like God put it in me like a bug in me. Like, I gotta let you know you tripping, bro. Like, you know.
Who put that battery in your back? Keep you going like I think you. I know I heard it before you, but you coined that term for me. Cause I would laugh so hard when you DM me about something that happened some years ago. And when I first met you, I was like, "Yeah, that's my brother right there." I like him. I was like that. I felt the same way. I'm like, "Yeah, fit that back, man." Yeah. Bro, you ain't talk like that. I went to man posting there. I'm like, bro, that ain't how you move.
Yeah,
so,
man, it's crazy work, man.
I'm thankful for what you do and how you come to it unapologetically but boldly.
Yeah.
You say, hey, I'm gonna say what I say. It is what it is. Get what? People gonna love it, and you gonna jump on my stream tonight. So I ain't tripping.
Hey man.
So I said I got a few rapid fire questions, bro.
Ooh,
it's gonna be a little tough for you. You know, Spider-Man or Batman?
Oh wow.
And why? And why? I have to get the why on there.
Spider-Man or Batman? These are my two favorite superheroes, y'all. So this is crazy. Ooh. Then I feel like I gotta pick between Marvel and DC at the same time. But for me personally, because I love everything also surrounding this character, I'm gonna have to go with Batman, Bruce Wayne. Like it's I love Bruce Wayne, but also I love the Bat family. I love the Robins. You know, I love Jim Gordon. I love the villain gallery. It's everything that goes into Batman, and him really not having power too. I think is something that I love as well. Like it always, his stories always mean more than just I'm the bigger and better guy type thing. So
True.
I gotta go with Batman for sure on that one.
Yeah, he's my favorite from DC at least.
Yeah,
and those are the reasons. Cause I'm like, I can't actually get enough money. I can beat Batman. I can't, but I can. I feel like I can. But also, I just love the stories that they have. They ain't messed up no story like that. He really be good. He really be good.
Yeah, Batman got some. It's some stories I want to see them tell on the big screen on the live action. So
same. Yeah,
for sure. It's a bag they ain't even tapped into of what really makes Batman Batman. You feel?
They got to. So I say open world or story driven games.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to go story driven games because I like being immersed into a game to where I'm just like, oh man, like what's happening next? And like I was just talking about this with a friend because I went back and recently beat a game. It's called Cyberpunk. You know, well, it's an open world game, but it's more so a story game. You feel me? And I'm so immersed, and it's an RPG. And I'm telling them, I'm like, man, I don't even want to beat the game. I was like, this.
Keep starting this over real quick.
Man, I'm tapped into this world now. Like, so I for sure would gotta go with story driven. You feel me? And the experience I'm gonna get from a story driven game is one thing that I value in gaming. You feel me? So all my favorite games mostly are got an enriched storyline with it. So for sure.
You just made a post a couple days ago where you was like, they need to remake this game.
Yeah.
And I thought about Scarface.
I would love that.
Because Scarface lit. So I gotta ask, Scarface or GTA? I ain't talking about the franchise. I'm talking about probably any GTA versus Scarface.
As a game?
Mm-hmm. Like you could do more with Scarface. Kinda.
Remaking? Yeah. Oh, if they remaking it, I would love to remake a Scarface. Only because it's been so many GTA games. You know what I'm saying? And they've been made through, how can I say this? Through many eras. You feel me? So we've seen it on PlayStation 2, the 3, where we at now. Scarface, we kind of got that in that one era. Like the technology is way better now.
Yeah.
It's more things you can do in the game. So I kind of gotta agree with you on that one. I would love to see them do a Scarface game.
Scarface is lit, bro. So I say late night or daytime streams.
Late night. Late night for sure, man.
Take you back a little bit with your age. Madden or NBA Live?
Woo!
NBA Live is that I don't even play 2K.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's NBA Live strictly for. I just remember the times we used to have fun on the All-Star weekend.
Yes, bro. Hey,
that was the time.
That was the game. That was the greatest. That was one of the greatest basketball games I had.
Woo!
And I don't even like basketball like that, but I remember getting beat by my brother. Now I finally learned how to play.
Man.
Boy.
Yeah, that dunk contest was something. That was something crazy right there.
And I say DC or Marvel movies.
Movies, I gotta go with Marvel for sure.
And I'll say favorite hood classic. Movie wise.
I got one right on the top of my head.
Like that.
I'm gonna go with the one on top of my head. I actually was singing this song while I was washing the dishes last night. I'm gonna go with The Wood.
Okay.
The Wood.
I love
The
The Wood. And I feel like The Wood is a lot of highlights. Like it literally you go like that.
Yep. I love The Wood. The Wood, one of them ones. And I feel like it's slept on, man.
It is.
People, I feel like they always pick the gangster, you know. I'm like, man, The Wood, one of the ones.
Cause like everybody survived, they were good.
Yeah.
Also, the story it made me want to go to high school and like experience some of the stuff they experienced. Like, your first time.
You feel me?
You went out and went to the den with the homie. Y'all took good pictures. Then it fast forward to one of them getting married. And it always like, dang, he got married.
Yeah.
It make you wonder, like, yeah, so definitely cool.
But just the story it told with them growing up as well.
Yes.
So you feel me, especially as black men where they were from. That was cool, man. You feel me? Yeah. That was cool as well.
So I say, what's your very first memory picking up the sticks? Like, what was the game, the console, and how did it make you feel?
My first memory. What was my first memory playing the game, man? Off the top of my head, probably, I'm gonna show my age right here. I played, I still got the cartridge too of this. For the young people watching, not of this, no. I played. I'm not defeating the allegations at all. I played the Super Nintendo. It was one of the Super Marios.
We had that Super Nintendo.
Yeah. Super Nintendo. Daddy Battletoad was,
It was that thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. That Super Nintendo, my brother had some edition. He sold that. He made some good money though.
Yeah, I bet he did.
He sold it. I'm just like, bro, we could have, man, you know what we did today.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're blowing it then years later we find that you ain't supposed to do that.
Oh, for real? I never.
Bro, it always worked.
It worked for me.
I had Madden on there, had all type of little stuff, like little game. I remember playing, what's the game, 007. Love that game. Even though it got better over years.
Mm-hmm.
But I love that game for, I don't know why, bro. Then it broke.
That was heartbreaking in them times. Heartbreaking.
And then we couldn't save them.
Oh yeah, oh,
that's the hardest era
I was
we had.
Just watching that on game. They were like, man, kids. They was going deep into it. They were like, kids, like mentally ain't built to go through certain challenges in life.
Look, we go through something. We be like, yeah, I remember when I ain't had no memory card. I went to my boy's house and actually took his memory card.
You feel?
I was like, bro, you're not playing the game, bro. He like, bro, hey, I got it. He like, all right, bro, all right. I'm trying to play story mode. Yeah. So now. I'm like, you can say the game. I remember I got the system. I think college. I've been had the system, but college I was playing. I thought about it. I was like, nigga, we really didn't have nothing to save.
Nothing.
But now it's just there.
We had to survive.
The
game and taught us to survive.
Hey. But I said also, what would you say to a young lady or a man that is watching today who dreams of being in your line of work someday?
Ooh, yeah.
I had to frame it beautifully.
Yeah. I like that. Have the confidence for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But my biggest. Oh, hold up. Have the confidence and let it be something you love. If you don't love it, or if you chasing the money in this, you ain't gonna succeed at all. Mm-hmm. But my biggest thing I give to everybody, like, you know, I tell them. I don't want to curse on myself. You feel? Okay. Do do not be a bad bitch. You feel me? When it comes to streaming and making content. What I mean by that is, and I'm gonna send him the picture. So when this edits, I want y'all to see my setup when I first started streaming. You can stream right now with the technology. You can stream right from your console. Okay. You do not need all the technology to just have all this stuff. So that's what I mean by being like a bad,
nicest setup ever.
Just grind. The main thing with streaming is anyway, like I say, building a community. So you got to meet people anyway. You feel what I'm saying? That should be the first thing you're doing before you do anything. You feel me? If you ain't gonna put the time in, I just say don't do it. But like all of it go in a circle. Like if you love it, you gonna keep it going. You got a passion for it. You feel me? You gonna love it. You ain't worried about the money and stuff. Everything gonna be like a circle. You feel what I'm saying? So you just gonna keep it going. But I be big on that because I see a lot of people who don't start streaming who asked me for advice 2 months ago, not streaming, and already don't spend over like thousands of dollars. And it's like, that don't even make sense for you. You feel what I'm saying?
Man, I had the same thing happen with podcasts. There's so many people, it's season 7. So many people like, man, how you stay consistent? How you do this? And I gave them 3 things that I do. Like, that's all you do? Yeah. I love to do it. Like you said. I bought my stuff as it went. I started an apartment. We bought a house. When I move to another house, it's gonna be another setup. I might get a studio just to do this. But guess what? The guest's gonna always be there because that's the simple part.
Yeah.
Reaching out and meeting people. I got friends and family. I got enough friends and family and people that I met that I would want to interview over anybody any day because they got beautiful stories just like anybody else.
Exactly.
So I think that people get it misconstrued. I need this nice thing. I need this. And then they get it and they're like, dang, I don't really like doing this. What the hell? You should have knew that from the beginning.
Exactly. You hear what I'm saying?
I treat it like dating. You know you don't like shawty, you took out on a date. All right, cool. Let it go. Call it. Charge it to the game.
Charge it to the game.
Don't know how to charge to the game, man. So.
And my bad, didn't I?
You good.
But with our passion in our line of work, what we do, people always think of these areas that, podcast, you're just talking.
Yeah. Everything.
You a screamer. You just play the game, bro. I play the game. I could be a screamer. Okay.
Okay.
I say okay, and I believe in you.
I
want to see you win.
Yeah, I want to see you.
Yeah.
Now, if you outbeat me, you tell me that you do something and you do it, bro, I'm going, oh yeah, you need to go on so podcast.
Yep.
Bro, by the way.
Yep.
Because they really bad.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And I did it. I'm like, hey, man, go check out his podcast. Cool, keep doing it because once it hit, and hitting for people is totally different. Yeah, for each person. But once it hit you, like, dang, it really, like you said, it be full circle. You be like, dang, it really worked. Yeah, because you like to do it.
Yeah.
So I commend you for that. You're right, though. I love the answer. But I say, if the Reefer family remembers you for one thing, years from now, what do you hope that your legacy is?
I hate to laugh because I know what they would say right now. I know what they would say, but I hope it would be, like I said, the impact that I had on them. You feel me? I hope it would ultimately be a positive impact because we just had such a great relationship in between. Like I said, I talked to numerous of people outside of me streaming. Yeah. Just like I'm just talking to you in the chat or just through DMs. Like I recently just meet my own Discord, you feel me? And it's not for me to share links and do stuff like that. We just talk. You feel me? Like I got you. One of my mods, she's a girl. She does question of the days. We talk about things from real life to crazy things. It don't be things where we just got emotional. Like pain, man. Like the other day, I think that she asked like, what would if your younger self seen when you was at the day, like how would they feel? You feel me? And we was we talked about things we regretted, like things we weren't proud of, but we also talked about things we were proud of, and it was kind of like an emotional state for all of us, so that was cool. But I would, like I said, I would hope it'd be a positive impact. You feel me? Well, I know it would be a positive impact. Let me say it like that. It would be. I would really hope that they love me as much as I love them. I know that sounds corny to a lot of people, but it's real though.
But no, that's real. I mean, a lot of things I have learned from you, and I'll say this before we do close, is that you go after what you want. You love helping people. And your help don't look a certain way. You help everybody. Yeah. So, sure. And you're good at what you do because you try to outdo yourself.
Every time.
I like to align myself with people that are in a race with making themselves better. Because that's the type of people I think that I should have around me. And biblically, those are the type of people that are going to help iron sharpen iron. Because when push comes to shove, they like, hey man, tell my knees to come on.
Yes, sir.
Or we play a game. You never know how things can go. It's gonna help me each day. 'Cause I'm gonna be able to look. Then we can talk deep. Hey man, I've been feeling this way, man. Okay, cool. So I think that's what people do because and I say from that, man. At the end of the day, you are a great legacy. You leaving a good legacy, man.
Thank you so much, man. That
means at a young age.
Man. Yeah. So
continue doing it, and I'm always backing you, man. You know.
For sure. I always see support. I always recognize, and the least I could do is support you back, show that love back. So glad I gotta see us 10 years from now, see what we look like, so we can look back like I remember we was on that couch. I remember we was here, we was there, and look what we at now. You feel me? And the impact is gonna be crazy.
Indeed, man. I say, do you happen to have any questions for me?
Ooh, man. What? Ooh, how can I say this? I know my answer. What? Oh, being a father now.
Mm-hmm.
Did that change creative process with you a little?
I just was talking about it earlier, bro. One of my bros, he about to be a father too.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, it's making me go harder to the point of where I want to go do stuff. And I'm saying, okay, let me set this schedule to go do this. But I'll sit there and I'll actually go and do beyond what I thought I would do.
Okay.
It's like with season 7 of the podcast. I went out and did things a little differently. At first, I was like, damn, I'm nervous. I don't know how this is going to go. Talked it out with my wife. We sitting there going out, getting plans. And the biggest thing I thought about was like, dang, I got to do this. I realized how God just aligned it and said, oh, this is what you love to do. So make sure you have time to do that. But on the essence of that, make sure when you do it, maximize your time. And that's what I say being a father has done for me, is it maximize my time for saying, okay, let me go write real quick, let me go do this. Okay, dang. And I can work into times. I started to realize, man, real deal, that we actually got more time than we think. But also on top of that, you have to do what you love, man, to be able to pour the energy. That's every time, every step of my life, I have realized that. But really having a child really tells you, hey, you got to pour into you now before you can be the best father, best husband. And in essence, you won't never go lacking, because one thing I had to tell him, I tell the world, your happiness is not going to come from people all the time.
Amen.
A piece of it may will.
Mm-hmm.
I heard it from Will Smith the best, but I said from me, from living it now, a lot of the times when I pour into myself, I'm able to go out and do something and say, oh, dang, all right, cool, I'm super happy, I'm happy about it.
Yes, sir.
Because I have taken care of the things that I have needed to do. And I impact so many people with what I do. I don't even know it sometimes. I'm like, damn, I really did it. So I have to do that, because one day my daughter going to be able to turn on, damn, Daddy, we're talking about that. He wrote the comment. He did it.
Yeah.
Oh, he was talking about season 7. That's when I was born. And that's what really matters.
Okay. That's hard.
That's what really matters.
That's hard. That's hard.
That's what really matters, man. Any other questions?
Also, yeah, I don't start thinking about
I already know you got I'm happy. I love that.
I was starting thinking about that. Number one, what made you want to do a podcast?
Mm-hmm.
What was the background behind that? But mainly, because one thing that when I'm talking about you to other people, and just know I do it a lot, I'm telling people, I'm like, man, what made you want to make a podcast for us, about us? Because I feel like that's the one thing I love about your podcast. You celebrate all types of black people.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't just athletes. It isn't just doctors, lawyers, actors. It's everybody. Even myself, a content creator, screamer.
Common day people.
I seen common day people, shoe. I seen he did shoe designs and stuff like that. It's so many different people. So what made you want to do that?
So when I started back in 2019, bro, I remember it was just IT people. Because of course I saw this from engineering, went to school for that, and I always was raised that you ain't what you. God blessed me with going to school, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not just that. And one day I was having a conversation with my mom. We was watching the game, and Maya Shaka was on there, first NFL black woman official. And I was like, damn, we watching. Like, dang, never seen. Okay, cool. Man, my mom like, oh, that's what's up. We always watch football together. And she was like, you should try to interview her. Years later, I interviewed her.
Ooh.
From off the essence of that. And my mom said, after she said that, she was cooking. She was like, you know what? Matter of fact, I was thinking about it. You should interview more people to detect people. Don't put yourself in a box, son.
Hey, man.
And
I love
more people. And this what got me. She was like, you know more people than the people that you because you just got into that. You know more people, so tap into the football, tap into it. And when that started happening, I started realizing that it makes this easier because I'm able to go tell everybody's story. I'm not just trying to go and get the most famous person. I'm not trying to go get the most, I need to talk about health. I talk about what Jeremy want to talk about. And in the essence of that, what the It Factor podcast family want to hear, it always feeds back in. Oh, we want to hear about it, or this so, or this so. And I'm always like, okay, let me see what I can do this season. So,
amen.
So, so definitely, man, that's what I do.
And I wrap it up with this one, because I feel like it's a big one. How do you balance the roller coaster ride, the ups and downs between being a content creator and the podcaster, you feel me? And just a creative person in general.
Like you said earlier, bro, you said it. I played sport, man, so I thank God for playing football, especially at a young age, because sports teach you one thing. You're going to win and you're going to lose. Mm-hmm. In those losses, on media it looks bigger than those losses, but winning and losing is not that different. But it's what you learn in both.
Amen. In
both, you're able to learn that, dang, bro, like, I just lost. Dang, like this. I started to realize, like, it's not about people liking it. They watched it? Okay, cool. Oh, they're actually viewing this? Okay, cool. And then you have people that are able to come in and say, it ain't about the views, it ain't about this. Hey, who are you impacting? And why are you doing? You still like doing it though, right?
Yeah.
Okay then, so keep doing it. And it's going to feed you. Every time it's going to feed you. And I think that's what people get away from. Once you see things or you have success, you keep wanting to chase it. But really, success is the journey.
Amen.
That's what really matters.
Amen.
We listened to that with J. Cole today. Yeah. Like, it's the journey. Like, he ain't tripping off if people like it or not. Yeah. He good. Like, he good.
Amen.
So that's how I am now. I got family and kids. Now, in the podcast, I have a family and a child. So I think at the end of the day, having that, having a wife now. Well, I started with a girlfriend. Different things like that. I'm at a turning point of, dang, I just do what I love to do. I'm going to continue to do that.
Amen.
I ain't impressed about who watch it, who like it, who follow. I'm going to say that because that's the industry standard. You're going to say that, cool. Mm-hmm. But do I mean it? Do I really care that you? No. I have no care. Because I know people going to get on here and watch Tommy. I know they're going to watch the next person because ain't no podcast doing it like me.
Facts.
That's it.
Facts.
Ain't nobody doing it. I don't care how many views you got. Yeah. Still ain't doing it like this. Cause on me. So that's what I try to do, bro.
I like that. Yeah.
So I beat myself, dog.
Got to, man.
That's it.
That's the only race we in right there.
Thank you for coming on the show, bro.
No problem, man.
Yes, indeed.